Cześć chłopcy, zbyła helikopter. It's on my hood. It's blowing everywhere. I'm sitting here at this consignee in Walbridge, Ohio. And I'm kind of glad I am. Because out here, I'll be alright. The truck will stay running, keep me warm. Because it is currently 14 degrees out there. It is 10:11 in the morning. Heater's on. Everything's staying nice and warm in here. I've been here for 14 hours and 53 minutes. My windshield wiper, oh, it just fell off. My windshield wiper is encased in snow, which is great, because it still cleans the windshield alright. I guess it doesn't really matter. And, yeah. So I'm sitting here at this consignee in Walbridge, and I'm not going to be able to see anything. These two heart icons right here are truck stops. The bottom one's the Pilot, the top one's the Flying J. I did actually stop at this Flying J last night, so you see that little blue line on there. And that heart is in entirely the wrong place. I'm gonna have to move that. There's a Pilot right there. There's a toll booth right here. Yeah. I-80. Oh my god. I-80. You see what this is looking like right now? All this blowing snow and everything? Well, take that and multiply it by about 6 times and add 80-mile-an-hour winds to the mix. And that's what I had from about, let's see, where did it start? GWAR anymore. Okay, right around here where the I-80 toll road actually starts. Youngstown, whatever. Well, actually no, even farther back than that. In Pennsylvania. I don't remember where it started exactly, but somewhere in here, the wind and snow was just impossible. There were points where I was driving 25 miles an hour on I-80 and nobody was going around me. In fact, I was actually still passing people. It was insane. I probably shouldn't have been, and really there was nothing I could do because these people were doing like 10 miles an hour, and the conditions weren't calling for that slow of a speed, so I kind of just creeped alongside and passed them. It was doable, just really not the easiest thing in the world. But up in around the Cleveland area, right, okay, where's I-71? There's 71. Right here, there was this huge wreck involving 2 semis and 3 cars, and the snow, God, I couldn't see for a quarter mile. I was doing 25 miles an hour again. It was, God, it was just, oh, I spent so much time on that highway, which I had to get authorization to do. It was hilarious. The I-80, I-90 toll roads through Ohio are unauthorized TMC toll roads. I had to get authorization. Thankfully, I was able to, so I'm safe on that point. But, yeah. I'm glad I'm sitting here at this consignee, because who knows, if I had stopped at that Flying J last night and stayed there, if I'd be able to get back out again. I don't even know if I'll be able to get back out of here again. So I'm going to get a load tomorrow going God knows where, hopefully way south, because I am getting so tired of being up here. I mean, I've been out for the last 3 weekends, the last 3 weeks. Tomorrow is going to be starting my 4th week out, and I am just getting burned out. It's just too soon, I think, for me to be staying out for so long, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. Plus, I need to take care of laundry, and thankfully, I keep this truck pretty well stocked, so I'm going to be alright for the time being. Focus. Thank you. Hey, I love that about this SX20. I can do that. I got tired of the SX230. I can't see the screen on it. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to get unloaded tomorrow. Get this crappy load off my deck. It stayed tight It stayed secure. I didn't have a single load shift despite all the crappy weather I went through. It was great. It was really great. But I have 4 videos waiting to be uploaded and no way to upload them. And it sucks. Label me incorrect if you must, but I don't think that thing makes a very good snowplow. Look at all he's leaving behind. I just got here. It is 7:27 in the morning. It's actually 8:27 their time. I'm just waiting out here, waiting to get unloaded. My brakes kind of froze up, but a little bit of movement freed them a bit. That was nice. The windshield is still covered in ice. My wipers, rather, not the windshield itself. It's warm in here. Like, I got this little deal up here. It's 88 degrees up here. I don't know why this thing says it's 14, because I don't even have that transmitter in here. Probably picking them up from elsewhere. But anyway, yeah, I'm waiting to get unloaded. Well, I am officially unloaded in this frozen, snowy wasteland. My deck is covered in snow. That's just fantastic. And I have my new trip planned. So, here we go. This is what I do. 8223 West. There we go. We are going to Dearborn, Michigan. 57 miles, give or take. Looking
at 800 feet, turn left on Tracy Road, then turn right.
Okay, we're looking more like 67 miles. Hour and 37 minutes. We are arrival 11:45. It is currently 10:07 Eastern time. This thing thinks an Eastern time, and I can't change that. So anyway, we're taking off now. It's freaking awesome. I've already started my clock. We are going to go.
Messaging. You have 7 hours and 5 minutes of remaining drive time.
Wow, it's a whole other day. Man. That's just bloody ridiculous right there. Just absolutely freaking ridiculous. Well, that should be a little better at least. That ain't coming off. It's disgusting. Man. Well, I'm now in a place called South Holland, Illinois, which is close to Chicago. Chicago's up there somewhere. Came in here. I got a load out of Michigan. Check that out. Isn't that insane? That's what I picked up last night driving in here. Anyway, I picked up a load out of Michigan, and it was basically the same stuff this guy got on his trailer. He got loaded after I did. They're steel coils. See how far we can zoom in and stay focused. I love this camera. It always stays focused. And if it doesn't, I can refocus. Yeah. So steel coils, they're not all that big of a deal to strap down or anything, but the tarps were a pain in my butt because it's negative 10 degrees out here in Illinois. I keep forgetting where I picked this load up. It was oh, it was right at Detroit. It was up there by Detroit. I picked up this load, and yeah. Hang on a sec. Got my new gloves back here. I don't want to use them for load securement because they're my comfortable gloves. Ah. So, anyway, as I was saying, I got to the shipper yesterday at about 10:30, 11 o'clock or so. Logged my load, and I sat there for almost 8 hours just waiting to be loaded. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely... And I was like the second truck in line waiting to be loaded at this dock. There were 2 trucks in there that sat there for almost 4 hours, and then they finally pulled out, and one guy goes in, and the other guy goes in, and finally it's my turn, and God, backing into these docks was just a inch and a half. They don't give you enough space to maneuver this thing. They give you 30 feet to move a 48-foot trailer. And that's not even working with the truck. I lost another mud flap on this side this time. Thankfully, I was able to recover this one, so I'll just clamp it back on and call it good, most likely, until I can get to a terminal and get a new one. Ridiculous. But I got in there, and I sat in this dock waiting to get loaded for almost 30 minutes before they finally got started. And then I was supposed to get 5 stacks of 2 coils each, so 10 total coils. The guy loads 4 stacks, and nothing. And he starts loading the guy next to me instead. It's, what the f? Load one guy, finish loading him, and then start on the other guy, okay? So I sat there another 25 minutes, just waiting to get the other stack of coils on my trailer. Meanwhile, the other 4 are already strapped down and ready to go. And he finally gets the last stack on there. I get it strapped down. I get the med tarps on. It takes me about an hour and a half to do that because the nickel tarps aren't cooperating at all. How does midnight things in these temperatures? Just oh, it's 5 degrees now. I call this sold on that film. Anyway, I got out of there. I got a 10-hour break just sitting at that midnight shipper. 10 hours waiting to get uploaded. What the f? Okay, and I'm running the engine the whole time, so you know. Look at this shit. My MPG is in the ground. It doesn't even exist anymore. 573. My certification points for MPG is going to be non-existent. Because I'm getting like 4.5 miles per gallon average on this ish midnight. I hate it up here, okay? I regret ever having complained about being stuck in Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma, because at least everything was able to be dealt with down there. I did find out something interesting though. It seems that the fuel used at idle, okay, I'm running at about 720 RPM right now, 0.3 gallons. I shut that down, go to the standard 600 idle, and it uses that much, and the engine load goes up. So I figure I'm using less fuel by running 720 rather than 600. That doesn't even make sense. But you know what? If it saves me a little bit on the MPG, I don't finish shoving up. So I run a little bit of a higher idle. I'm not running everything like way up at 1,000 RPM or anything. It's keeping this thing warm, at very least. 140 degrees. I mean, that's not too bad, huh? Keeps me warm at night. Anyway, I left the shipper last night after my 10-hour break was up and drove for about 5.5 hours, I think. Well, let's find out. On my graph, okay, I drove 2 hours and 19 minutes this morning, 3 hours 27 minutes, total yesterday, 26:57. Quick 3, so we're off that. So 2:24. 2 hours 24 minutes, and okay, so 4 hours and 43 minutes. I drove 4 hours and 43 minutes last night, adding fuel to the truck halfway through, and got here at about 2:19. Shut down. So I'm looking to do a split log, which basically I'm running 8 hours as a reset, and then I have to take a 2-hour break sometime during the day to complete the reset, but it'll stop the 14-hour clock at 2:19 last night, so I'll have full hours to drive basically. Basically what I'm trying to say is this clock will jump back up 8 hours, and I'll have this 6 hours and 17 minutes to go to the next shipper, and then I can probably get that 2-hour break at the next shipper. But I talked to my fleet manager this morning, and he told me I'm looking to get a 3-stop load that's going to take me all the way down to Texas, and that's just going to be so magnificent. I can't even tell you how nice that's going to be for me to finally get out of this northern state I've been stuck in. I am so sick of this up here. Well, we'll see how that goes. This clip is now 9.5 minutes long. I need to find something better to do with my time, rather than just sitting here making a 10-minute video. This is a video unto itself. What the fuck? And so many reversals. I'm gonna have a hell of a time working on this video. Oh, I'm so burned out. I don't even think an energy drink's gonna help me right now. I need to go to sleep. That's all there is to it. Anyway, I'm gonna go. This clip is now 10 minutes long. Just making a quick note. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about doing an 8-2 split. Taking back that 8 hours gives me all of this back. And 8 hours. Eat up the hiccups. Just a quick note that that's what I was talking about when I was talking about taking that 8-2 split. Doing just 8 hours instead of 10 stops that 14-hour clock at whenever I started that 8-hour break. So I now have 8 hours and 50 minutes and the 6 hours and 17 minutes that I had since my last 10-hour break. But once I take a 2-hour break, the 14 will keep going as is, so I'll still have take 2 hours off 8:49, you'll have 6:49. That'll still be right, but my 11-hour will reset to my full 11. So say I don't drive at all and I take a 2-hour break. Well, I may as well take a 10-hour break in that case, but it's the same concept basically, except the 14 doesn't reset beyond what it already has. So that 8:49, let's say I go drive 30 minutes. The 6:17 will be down to 5:47 and the 8:49 will be down to 8:19. Well, then I take a 2-hour break. So the 14-hour will be down to 6:19, but the 11-hour will be at 10:30. Is this making any sense to you? Because for God's sake, it took me forever to fully understand how this 8-2 split works. I tell you, it's confusing as to try to figure this shit out, but the Qualcomm actually makes it really easy to figure out. So yeah, there's that. I'm logging an unload right now. I mean, yeah, I got unloaded a little bit ago, but I couldn't log one then because it would have totally screwed with my 8-2 split. What can you do? Seriously, what can you do? So I'm gonna be sitting here for about another 26 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and replace, or at least fix that mud flap so that I have something there. So right now there's nothing there. So I'll do that and we'll take off. We'll find out what's going on. I knew there was a reason I kept this Craftsman toolkit around. Yeah, buddy. Everything I need. Oh, and here's that airline that basically gave me a lot of hell. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's the end. There was another piece, but I guess that guy didn't give it back. Oh well. I got the hose. I need to drop that off at a terminal if I ever stop by one again. But anyway, I have a functional mud flap again. Yeah. It's not perfect by any means. I mean, you can see that it's not exactly the most secure thing in the world, but it's clamped on. It's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. Unless I run into another snow berm like I had to at the shipper. Yeah, so, I'm sick of this smashed out, snowy, cold, wasteland. Oh, let's go! Well, made it about 460 miles south with this load, which is, well, to be honest, I don't really know what it is. It's a bunch of pallets of metallic goods out of Chicago, I guess. Well, it is out of Chicago. I just guess it's out of... An awesome tarp job as usual. Yeah, I'm totally up and around with you on that one. Anyway, I'm at this truck stop in Hayti, Missouri. And that's H-A-Y-T-I, in case anybody wonders. There's a Taco Bell along with a KFC across the street. And I can't eat there because they don't open until 11 o'clock. Oh, seriously? 11 o'clock? There's also a Pizza Hut across the street that doesn't open until noon. What is wrong with this place? So, since I'm not eating at Arby's and I don't want McDonald's... Where is this? Yeah, it's over there. I decided to do something I haven't ever done before. And this pilot actually has pizza, thank God, because otherwise I was just going to have a conniption fit. I bought a whole nickel pizza. Yes! Yeah, so that'll keep me at least 2 days. Well, if I ration it out. I never do, so it probably only lasts me a day and a half. But hopefully I'll be in a better place to get food by then. Anyway, I just got my 10-hour reset. I'm gonna get fuel here. And I have... How far do I have to go here? Oh, what the are you having me do, you shissy? I can just go boom up here. 628 miles, give or take 20, based on this stupid thing's routing information. And I have, of course, 11 hours to run that. But I cannot go more than about 650 miles, so I'm gonna have to run like hell in order to not run my hours out before I even get to the first of 3 consignees with this load. How can this possibly not be? Actually, that works out pretty well if I do all of my unloads tomorrow. But they want the first one by today, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, I'm not gonna be there until about 8 o'clock. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna take off here pretty soon. I'm gonna have a slice right now because I'm hungry. Oh, it looks so good. I have a pepperoni right now. It just flakes off because it's not actually on the pizza. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to enjoy this. Alrighty then. 1 drop down, 2 to go. And check this out. I had 1 pallet left on the back, had to restrap and tarp. And it is amazing how much easier these tarps work for me when the temperature is acceptable outside. I cannot even begin to tell you how happy I am to be back in Houston. Look at me, I am not wearing a jacket. It is 36 degrees out. It is awesome. I love it. Alright, I'm going 30 whole miles with this thing. So a little hole back there is not going to make that big of a difference, I don't think. You can tell where the tarp was started up north and what I just did, because it's all nice and straight back here, no wrinkles, and up here it just looks like well, this next coming load is going to come up to about right here, so I can pull this back tarp off entirely, fold it up, wrap it up, stick it in the box. Maybe. Who knows? It might actually fit. And then we can continue on. Go another 360 miles down to McAllen, which is right on the Mexico border. Hey, I'm going to Mexico. Yeah. So anyway, I'm waiting on my hours to reset right now, because I got here at about 9:30, 9:45 last night with this disgusting truck. Yeah. Actually, no, my hours reset already. I'm just waiting for my on-duty unload. And I gotta send in the unload for this deal and log a PTI, because I already did the PTI. Everything looks okay, just covered in friggin' salt. Yeah. Window goes up. Paperwork is signed already. Actually, yeah, he finished unloading me almost 30 minutes ago. So, where did the lid to this bottle go? I dropped it last night while I was driving, and I just said screw it, I'm not gonna look for it while I'm driving, and it looks like I wouldn't have found it anyway because I don't see it anywhere. Oh well. Anyway. 39 degrees, okay, I was a little off. Either way, it's warm. And my MPG came up from 5.71. It's coming up slowly, but it's coming up. I'm finally gonna have to, I'm not running the truck. You hear that? No engine noise. And check this out. I have never been able to get this thing to show full. I filled these tanks last night in New Caney. Oh man, that is awesome. I did not think the needle could go that high. Because there always seems to be a little bit of space left in the tank to fill. Now it seems I got it this time. Anyway, yeah, it is 8:03 in the morning. How far is my next drop?
Please drive to highlighted route.
11 miles. Freaking sweet. Now how the f do I get out of here? Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Alright, I'm taking off in about 13 minutes, so I'll talk to you later after my next drop. Well, unload number 2 is now complete. And I'm left with like a quarter of my deck covered. It's gonna be a light run all the way down there. Got everything resecured. It doesn't look all that great, but Alright, I gotta move. I gotta move. Why do I have to move? You suck. Boom. I am in McAllen. I made that over buffering ish. See? Boom. I am in McAllen and I am unloaded. Ah, home sweet home. Had to actually have my mom come out here and help me jumpstart that thing because it's been sitting here for the last 4 weeks, and yeah, the battery is shot. I need to go have it replaced again. Anyway, this is my load for the weekend. Flat metal bars. It's a little windy over here, so I'm not sure if you can actually hear me or not. But yeah, this is what I got. All strapped down, got bulk heads on it. Yeah, snap binders. magical things. I wish I had some ratchet binders to work with, because those would be a lot nicer. And it's actually better to use ratchet binders on these bulkheads, because for one, it's actually against TMZ policy to use snap binders on bulkheads, because generally you have to secure them from the deck. And well, this one I wouldn't have to, but this one up here up front, I had no choice but to use my winch bar from the deck to close it down. And they don't want you doing that, because there's a very high possibility of you basically throwing yourself off the deck, because the thing snaps off real quick, and if you're not ready for it, you're screwed. But anyway, yeah, so now this baby needs to charge again. My clock is reset, all that stuff. Yeah, but God, it is so nice to be home. I can't even say just how nice it is. I think I locked the door. Did I lock the door? I'm gonna go double check. I don't remember. Oh, jeez. This door is locked. Okay, they're locked. We're good. We're gonna take off now. Be nice to unwind after these weeks. God, I don't really know if I want to do that 3 or 4 weeks out again anytime soon, because it takes its toll on you. I tell you what, it really does. I am burned out. I mean, yeah, I made a ton of money, but it'll wear you out. Anyway, we're gonna take off here. I'll see you guys in another video.